Hey, Rebel BJD here. Damn, I told myself I wouldn't say that anymore because my sisters thought it was hilarious and they remixed it. I mean, it's cute, I guess, but I feel like they were doing it to be dicks, so it's not cute. So I have Sophia here with me, not because this video is about her, but because why not? She's brand new. Well, not brand new anymore. I got her secondhand, so she's not brand new at all. But she's new, she's home, and she hasn't been in a video other than her box opening. So here she is. Even though I'm talking about a separate piece, not piece to the story, but a separate story. A story that I feel will eclipse their story. Stand up still, girl. Stop. Thank you. I feel like she has like a little flyaway right here. Oh no, there's something behind her head, right? Yeah, because it looks like she has like a little bow right there. Okay, so I was thinking about SDs, and I went on AliExpress and I searched up some SDs, and I wrote down the ones that I liked, like the name of them, just so like I'll think of my character and then I can just Google each name and see which one fits the character most, or which one has that character like scream at me like it's me. Like that's what I did. And I mean I guess it worked, because I got Tobias, who is sort of like the main character, and hopefully I don't like Ian's supposed to be the main character of this story, mostly because I wanted everything to be from like his perspective, his point of view, his side of the life. But that's not what happened. I think I showed this before, the tattoos that I drew. If not, then it doesn't matter because I drew more. And I'm mad because this one right here, I did not draw as good. I found a different anchor style that was easier for me to draw, because that one was actually really hard and it took a few tries. My handy dandy journal where I write. Yeah, like here's the list of the SDs that I was looking at. It's on this page and here. And here's the tattoos that I want Tobias to have. If you follow me on Instagram, you've seen these. I did them yesterday. So I feel like a lot of them will be traditional black and white, and some of them will be in color. And there's like, some of them are just symbols and stuff that I like, and I don't know if they'd look good on me, so I'm gonna put them on him. And some of them have meaning for him. But like about him, and it's crazy because I have like this whole big idea of who he is and everything, and he's not here, and I'm still iffy on what sculpt I want him to be. But I know I want him to have the Doll Chateau youth body, which I believe is only like 60 centimeters, if fully 60 centimeters, or maybe 60 to 62 centimeters, which I was scared to even consider getting. But at the same time, a lot of the boys I was looking at were 70 centimeters, and I'm like, from the floor, that's like, alright, you can't see where it is that I'm pointing to, but it's really big. Like, it's the size of my nightstand, which is like at my waist level to me. I'm short, and I'm like, whoa, I'm nervous, but I kind of really want him. Like, the more I think about it, because I redid the tattoos and I added some extra ones. I'm pretty sure I might end up adding some more. Pretty sure. I mean, I still got space on this page. Because I want them all to be in one place, just so I can, like, get a feel to see if they, like, kind of flow together. And right now, they kind of, like, do and don't, but I'll see more later. Well, I won't know for sure until I get the doll and put them on him. But I'm, like, really freaking nervous about even thinking of getting an SD. And I want the doll to tell youth body. I mentioned that, but I don't know if I want the head that comes with that body. I kind of do, cause I feel like Ian. Woo! Toby. He doesn't like. He's not cute. Like, there's nothing about his face that, like, grabs you. Like, he has a very just bleh face. Like, and it's like nothing about him would grab your attention. Like, he flies under the radar, which he wants to fly under the radar, but like his life is he's an Omega shifter. I don't know if I want him to be a wolf or a feline shifter yet, like a leopard, panther, jaguar. I don't think jaguar or panther, maybe leopard. Don't know yet. Or wolf, I don't know. And anyway, he's an Omega, and his father's a hunter, which is like their strength is comparable to the Alpha. Like, if a hunter and an Alpha was to get into a fight, like, it'd be hard pressed to see who's winning. Like, they would just fight each other to death. Like, they'd both die. So his father's really strong, and in comparison, he's really weak. Well, according to the pack, and the pack that they're part of doesn't treat Omegas well. They treat them like slaves. Like, they do all the heavy work. They don't get no recognition for it. It's just like, oh, you're an Omega, you're expected to just do everything we say. And if a stronger person, like, beats on an Omega, doesn't matter. Like, they don't care, which is really shitty. But since his father is, like, so high in the pack, they don't do that to him. Like, they treat him with some level of respect. Not a high level, but he's, like, barely tolerated. Like, no one goes out of their way. Okay, she's not in the sun. Well, one of her feet is. Imagine just one yellow strip on her foot. Getting distracted here. Like, no one goes out of their way to make friends with him. No one's nice to him, but they're not cruel to him either. So that causes the other Omegas to not want to be around him either, because they're like, oh, well, you're the same as us, but we get treated like shit and you're not. So they, like, close ranks around each other and, like, shut him out. And anyone higher than Omega, or, like, right above an Omega, which there is no name for it, but they don't want anything to do with him either, because they get high off the fact that he's just that much beneath them. So that's his life. And his father, he lives with his father and his aunt. His father's the hunter for the pack, and he also, like, does work outside of the pack as an assassin, and that's how they get some of their money. And he put money away for Toby and invested some of it all in Toby's name. So it's like, as he grows, the money grows. Well, the money's gonna grow. So when he's older, he always has, like, an out. Like, he can just go out on his own. And he teaches Toby how to fight and how to use weapons, because he's not that strong in either form. Like, he's a lot physically weaker, but he taught him how not to have that be a handicap, to use the fact that he's, like, everyone knows Omegas are weaker, and to use that to his advantage to, like, kick ass. And in wolf form, or whatever shifter form he takes, probably wolf, because I lean more towards wolves anyway. But in his animal form, he's smaller than other shifters, and just he's like a pup. Like he'd look like a baby, or like just above a baby. But to be protected, like he'll look like a kid version of whatever animal he shifts into, and people will know he's an Omega. Well, the other shifters will know he's Omega, and they'll try to attack him. And his father taught him how to fight in that form so that he'll do enough damage to get away. Because they'll think, oh, he's a weak ass, so they're not gonna exert all their energy, and he'll use that to his advantage and kick their ass and then be able to get away, or like just hit him hard enough to be able to get away. So when Toby's 13, no, when he's 10, his father gets a job, and he says, hey, I'll be back in a few months. He leaves and never comes back. And Toby's aunt, who is kind of his great aunt because it's his father's aunt, she's old, like she's older, like really old, like even by shifter standards she's old, and everyone knows she's like not long for this earth, and she's not that strong. So, but their respect for her, as well as the fact of who her nephew was, they don't do anything to him in front of her. But like in school and outside of the house, they're like mean to him, and they hit him and they bully him, and he takes it for about 3 years. He leaves when he's 13 after his aunt dies, and like the day of the funeral, he's like going back to the house to like pack up his stuff because he knows, I'm not gonna be able to stay here. Like they're not just gonna let him stay by himself. And like a whole bunch of kids were in the house like just wrecking it. They're like, oh, there's no one here to protect you now. And like that was like the last straw. Like my dad's gone, presumed dead, and we just buried like the only mother I've ever had, and you're gonna come in and like vandalize our home. So he went ape shit and he kicked their asses, and one of them was next in line to be alpha, and he kicked his ass. So he knew he couldn't stay after that, because it's like, you're supposed to be weak, how, like just how. So he leaves, like that same, like right after, they're downstairs bleeding on the floor, and he's upstairs, grabs like as much shit as he can, and he just dips. And he's like on the run for about 6 years, and now he's 19, and he's in this city, let's just say New York, because I don't want to think of some other city. So he's in the city, and he lives very like poorly. Like the money that his dad like set aside for him, I say like a lot, I'm saying it a lot. The money that his father invested for him that just grew, he has that, and he put aside money for himself and it grew. So he's basically like a millionaire, but he lives not like a millionaire. He has a small studio apartment, and he works like a dog. Like he works for what he has, like he earns it. And he doesn't touch any of the savings money. Like he doesn't need to, because he makes enough to pay rent and buy clothes and buy food and treat himself every once in a while, which he doesn't do often. Like him treating himself is buying a new weapon. Like that's how he treats himself. So I feel he'll have a lot of weapons and books, like a lot of books and weapons and art supplies just all over his house, and like a little bed on the floor, not a actual bed, like just a mattress on the floor with some blankets. I think he's a cat. I'm gonna say he's a cat, because that, what I just put in my head is my cat right now on my blanket. Like that's how my bed is. It's just on the floor, because my metal bed frame broke. I don't know how, but it broke, and I was too lazy to buy a new one. I was like, screw it. I have a perfectly good mattress. And right now, I don't have a bunch of blankets and pillows, but it's soft. And it actually helps my back. But my cat is in the middle of my blankets licking himself. Cats. Yeah. So, and he works at a bookstore. So he gets a discount on books, and he loves to read. So one night he's closing up, and some guy grabs his bag and runs, and in his bag is his rent money, because he doesn't trust, like there's that word again. He doesn't want to leave an electronic footprint or fingerprint or whatever, for he feels that people are still after him, because he did like almost kill the future alpha, and he's an omega, so he knows they're gonna have questions, and he doesn't want to answer their questions. He wants nothing to do with them, which is why he's been on the run his whole life. And he's in a big city which has a big pack in it. Like, he knows there's a pack there, and he's using the pack scent to mask his own. But omegas don't really have their own scent, they have their alpha scent. So if an omega goes rogue, you can't smell that they're a shifter, but an alpha will be able to tell. So why what? I was messaging my friend before I started this video, and he just messaged me back, and I'm like, oh, why am I recording a video? I'll answer you later. So he's avoided members of the pack because he can still scent that they're shifters. He's in a wolf pack. He's like being masked by a wolf pack, which is stinky dogs, stinky dogs. So he's chasing after the guy who stole his bag, and he tackles him in front of, well, he didn't know he was in front of a club, but he tackles him, and he's in front of a club, and some huge wolf guy comes up, and he like grabs both of them, and he's like, I'm gonna call the police, what's going on? And the other guy like runs, and then guy looks at Tobias like, you okay? And Toby's like trying to get out of there as fast as possible because he doesn't want the guy to realize that he's a shifter and a rogue and not supposed to be in their territory. And he's like, yeah, I'm fine. And he tries to leave, but the alpha was standing right there, and he caught his scent, and he's like, no, you're gonna come inside with us. But the way he said it, the guy who like still has a hold of Toby's like, alpha's orders, gotta do it. And then Toby's like, fuck, sorry for my language, but that's how he was. He's like, fuck, like so hard. He tried so hard to stay under the radar and to just like go on with his life. And that's where I'm at right now. Like, he gets taken inside of the club, which I think is just gonna be like a regular nightclub, because first it's gonna be a BDSM club, because I was reading about those on Wattpad. Like, this one person, she has this series, and it is freaking amazing, and I love it, and I'm like, I want one. Like, I want to make a story in one, but I'm thinking it's just gonna be like a normal club with like dancers and stuff, because I have a character who's one of the dancers, and they're gonna be like scantily clothed, and it's gonna be like all inclusive, so there's guys and girls and everything under the sun. Like, you identify as a chair, there's chairs dancing. Sorry, that sounded like really like non-accepting, but I mean, are there people who identify as chairs? I'm sorry, that was stupid. And that's the reason why most of my videos don't get uploaded, because I say dumb shit. And then I'm like, wait, I can't edit that out, gotta start over. But I'm just gonna upload this, because I'm tired of recording the same video, and I have to leave soon. I'm pretty sure that's all I wanted to say. I did say his sculpt, did I not? I did. Bjd Enigmar, I'm pretty sure is how you say that. Ingemar. I want to get that for Toby. And I showed the tattoos on my Instagram, and I showed them in this video too. Did I? Didn't I? Well, here they are if I didn't. Or if I did, here they are again. And I'm gonna only show him, get his clothes, which his style is pretty much Ian's. Which is why I said I have multiple versions of the same character. Okay, the sun is not directly on her. Even though it kind of looks like it is. Which is like freaking me out. Because I don't want my dolls to yellow. Now it looks like I'm holding just white hair. I'm gonna put you on Ian's lap because he took your seat. Yeah, so I'm gonna get his wardrobe. I'm gonna get the tattoo supplies and face-up supplies first, so I can give these guys who need it face-ups. And then I'm gonna buy his clothes, and then I'm gonna buy him. And I believe that'll just be like, and that'll be like towards the end of this year. Like, if I can swing it before I move, I'll do that. But I probably won't be able to. Well, the face-up supplies and stuff I can get locally. Because there's a Michael's, like, about a half-hour walk from my house. But I don't walk anywhere. It's like a bus and a train. If I want to do that. Plus, like, a 10-minute walk from the train station to the outlet mall. Or, like, a 6-minute cab ride. That'll cost $12. Or 10, depending on the driver. Okay, that was weird and cool. I don't know if you guys saw that, but I went, and it was like lines going that way. I tried it again, but it didn't work. I think it was just like sun rays or something. It was cool though. Okay, now I'm just rambling about nonsense, so I know it's time to go. Oh, I mentioned in a previous video, well, a previous recording of this video, that my Starshine Designs order was supposed to ship yesterday, and it didn't come, and I was like worried that it got stolen because my mailbox was broken. Come to find out, she never even shipped it. Like, she's behind or whatever, and she's like, oh, it should be shipped in a few days. I'm like, why didn't you tell me that before? Because you said, oh, it's gonna, like, when the first time I messaged her, she said it'll be shipped April 15th. Okay, April 15th, and I'm thinking it'll be here by like the 20th or something. I give it 5 days because she ships from Michigan. I think that's what it says on her Etsy. Ann Arbor, Michigan. Something like that. And I live in New York, so we're in the same state. No, I live in New York State. You live in the state of Michigan. We live in the same country. And it shouldn't take that long, maybe 5 days. Because that's how long it took for my Rustic Couture order to come from Detroit. So I'm just like, what the hell? You could have told me that it wasn't even shipped yet. You could have messaged me and said, because it said, oh, leave a review May 1st. So I'm like, oh, it'll be here the 1st. And then it's like as if it was shipped and everything. But I never got a tracking number. So I'm like, oh, maybe, I'm like, I don't know. I won't panic because I freak out and then I will message her every single fucking day for my stuff and she'll get pissed. And I don't want to do that. But you could have told me, like, took the initiative and told me, hey, I'm behind on orders, so your thing's gonna come a little later. Yeah, sure, no problem. But your freaking store went on another sale. Like, I ordered during the last sale. Like, not the one that's going on right now, the last sale. So it went from being a sale when I ordered, which was March 31st, to being regular priced, to you having another sale, and now my stuff is still not here. Like, it's been literally exactly a month since I ordered, and if I wanted to wait that long for something, I would have ordered from someone outside of the United States. My purpose for ordering within the US was the fact that I figured it would freaking get here faster. Now I know better not to pre-order anything. I'm only getting things that's in stock, which means the only person getting my money is Rustic Couture. Sorry about it. At least until I get a sewing machine, which probably won't be until I move. And then I'll have to buy fabric, and then I can make my own shit, because I know how to make elastic waistbands now, bitch. Alright, now I'm getting extra. Real extra. What time is it? I'm at 25 minutes, and it's 1 o'clock, and I don't gotta be nowhere for 2 hours. I'm not gonna sit here and make a 2-hour long video. I'm gonna end this now. My sister gave me a really cute sign off, but I forgot what it was. So I'm just gonna be like, bye.